Hail, fellow. My respects to you. Your exploits are known here. Have you come to join us? That's what I like to see. Usually I send recruits to Merlin, but you'd be wasted as a levy. Go find Arthur. He'll know what to do with you.
Ever vigilant.
Oi! Watch it.
Be more careful. There's a war on. London is the place for me.
Stop this madness at once! Is there not a grain of sense between you?
If the old man wants to fight, let him.
By all means, fight. Such is the custom of Dueler's Ditch, but not to the death. Do not spill the blood of your compatriots.
Compatriots? Do compatriots break honest agreements out of spite? Do they lie and cheat? The Baileys are nothing but crooks.
My family followed that ridiculous agreement to the letter.
This matter was resolved. The Round Table decreed half the forest to be preserved. What happened?
Card, burned to the ground.
And was this your family's doing, Thomas?
Of course not. The old man's deranged. What good is a charred forest to us? We're carpenters.
The Radstags have fled for the hills. The land is useless to us now. Your half-wit of a father thought we'd sell it to you.
Don't speak about my father. You have no idea.
One of you, John, call this off. No one will think any less of you.
They've gone too far this time, Arthur.
Thomas?
I need to defend my family's honor. I won't take these accusations sitting down.
Very well. Commence.
Hey!
Wait!
Will you not cheer the victor?
He was a young man, John. This feud has gone on too long. I shall send someone to investigate the matter. It will be resolved.
He agreed. Such is our way.
Some will judge me for what has happened here today. They'll claim that because I could have stopped it, I should have. What do you think? Fair enough. You are entitled to your non-opinion. Anyway, don't get the wrong idea. Our tourney grounds across the field are oft used for friendly bouts. Speak to Galahad if you're interested. Is there something you wish to discuss? By all means.
Your timing's impeccable, comrade. A number of recruitment training slots have just opened up. Me? Name's McFadden. My job is to sit here and, well, recruit people. Each branch is led by one of Eve's advisors and runs different initiatives. There are 5 main branches: administration, offense, defense, tech, and domestics. You'll be assigned to a rank and branch respective of your talents. You'll learn all that's required to brave the wastes. Not simply weapon-based combat, but also provisioning and espionage. At the end of training, you'll be assigned to an advisory branch. Oh, and of course you'll be paid for your time. Grant, you'll fit right in, I'm sure. I just need to ask you a few questions. Do you have any prior combat experience? I see. I'll just put you down as experienced. Now let's move on to next of kin.
Greetings, Officer McFadden. I can't help but notice you are talking to a Category A individual. How exciting! I will escort them to Mistress immediately. Thank you, Officer.
Well, I've already started the recruitment process, so
So what, McFadden?
I might as well finish it. No need to deviate from the usual process.
Need I remind everyone that I outrank you, Officer?
No, I actually didn't need reminding of that depressing factoid. Fine. Follow the insufferable gearbox. Just remember to tell Eva that I sent you.
Follow me. When we met at the tournament, Guido could not compute your intentions. Mistress was pleased with your actions. The explosion was a favorable outcome. Guido put in a good word for you. Hence why you are a Category A individual.
Britain awake, awake for slumber.
You mind? Hey, watch what you're doing, okay?
Fine day for it, ain't it? That badman Lawrence is so stingy with supplies. Who does he think he is?
How you doing? Mind where you're going.
Not happening, matey.
Mistress is in the boardroom. If you have any questions, Guido is at your service. Please enter.
A leader must be adaptable, as you are. Please let me help her.
I don't think so, John. I've made up my mind. You've gone silent again. I'll take that as your concession.
We have a guest.
Can I help you? Ah, the true winner of the Westminster tourney. Some say explosions are crude, but I admire their efficacy. You were seen, going behind the box right before the explosion. There's no need to be modest. Any foe of the gentry is a friend of ours. You're welcome to join in on our efforts. You should speak to Victor here. He's my second in command. Any tasks I dole out are delegated through him. I'm afraid I must go.
More muck. Hopefully he'll be useful muck. Braden Knight needs support. A little hearts and minds, a little greasing palms. Try not to blow anything up on your way there, unless it's more gentry. How you doing? Fine day for it, ain't it?
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills. Britain awake, awake.
Not happening, matey.
mistress is in the boardroom. If you have any questions, Guido is at your service. Please enter.
A leader must be adaptable, as you are. Please let me help her.
I don't... You've gone silent.
We have again.
Can I help you? Ah. You were seen. Any foe... You should speak. See you around, stranger.
Britain, awake! Awake for slumber!
More muck. Hopefully he'll be useful, muck. Braden Knight needs support. A little hearts and minds, a little greasing palms. Try not to blow anything up on your way there, unless it's more gentry. How you doing?
Pound your ass again.
Who the heck? Comrades! Damn it! Ready, lads?
Britain, awake. Awake for slumber.
Ever vigilant.
Be more careful. There's a war on.
Is there something you wish to discuss? Good. You could be the missing piece. I'm relieved Lancelot sent you to me. Merlin would have you running the beep test. Our contact in Westminster told us of your story. You are no doubt someone who can perform beyond rank-and-file duties. I had some things I wanted to ask you if we ever crossed paths, but now isn't the time. There's a more pressing matter at hand. This feud between the Fletchers and the Baileys. It started as bickering, but now there's blood involved. I fear it will escalate further, until one of them is driven from the land. This is not what anyone wants. To lose either family is to lose the food on our tables, or the tables themselves. Hunters and woodcutters are the basis of any decent civilization. On top of that, if we're ever going to finish Merlin's trebuchet, we need supplies and aid from both families. So, I need a trustworthy outsider to investigate. In short, I need you. Consider it your initiation. Get your affairs in order.
Hello there. Entering Tommy's... Greetings, Wayfarer. I have some orders for you. High Command tasked me with tracking you down. HQ requires your assistance in locating a missing team of Tommies. They were dispatched to investigate a distress call emanating from an old Tower Hamlets Pindar station. Unfortunately, I do not have any more. All I know is that Tommies were dispatched in haste and did not report back. It is imperative. The Tommies were last seen. That is where you should begin your... Wonderful. We also discover what happened to the missing Tommies. Either bring them back safely... Now get to it, soldier.
Patience is key for the quest to continue.
Are you ready? Us. Camelot. Once upon a time, the conflict stems from a piece of disputed land. The Baileys kept expanding their lumber yard into the Fletchers' hunting grounds. When the Fletchers appealed to the Round Table for judgment, none had a superior claim. So he split the land in half. They both felt robbed, but the matter was resolved. For a time. That was until the fire. A section of the land caught aflame during the night. It was mostly on the Fletchers' side, but the Baileys weren't unscathed. They both accuse each other of starting it. Good. Start by questioning the leaders, Edward Fletcher and Harold Bailey. Get both sides of the story. Then investigate the scene of the fire. See what you can find. Lancelot ordered patrols to keep an eye on the area and warned everyone to stay clear, so nothing should be tampered with. Once you've brought evidence of the truth, I can bring you into the fold. For now, I'll let Lancelot know you can come and go to the castle as you please. Good luck.
Yeah.
Need something? It's about time. There's been too much confusion around this fire. It must be stamped out. Harold Bailey himself, I suspect. Or maybe his father. I doubt he would have gotten any of his boys to do it. Very well. I'm Edward Fletcher, hunter by trade. Back there, we had to fend for ourselves. But here, we're protected. Me and my brother come from a long line of huntsmen. Our father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all stalked the wastes. And I hope my descendants will do the same. Mary, my oldest, continues the tradition. Sarah, my youngest, can't stand it. Says it's cruel. Each to their own, I guess. Later.
Hello there. Good. The truth about this fire will prove our innocence. The Fletchers. I don't have any evidence, but I know it was them. That may not be good enough for the Round Table, but it's good enough for me. They're criminals. Listening to the radio. I always tune into Nigel's show in the evenings. I'd almost drifted off in my chair when the smoke got me up. I thought the whole forest was gonna burn down. We managed to stop the spread with the water from the pond. Of course he does. Look, I know this fire doesn't look good for us. It mostly being their land. But I promise you, it wasn't us. The Fletchers are conniving. They know if we ever did something like that, we'd face sanctions. Most likely, they'd get their half of the land back. No worries. See you around.
Can I help you? Yeah? Good. Not sure who done it myself. All I know is that my brother shouldn't have died over some poxy forest. Are you? You Round Table lot could have stopped it. But you didn't. You just stood and watched it happen. He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade. Bye.
Why didn't God give radstags 2 bodies instead of 2 heads? That's the bit we don't eat. For sure. Go for it. I bet it was the Baileys. They most likely discovered fire for the first time in their lineage and got carried away. I'm Mary, Camelot's greatest huntress. I've perfected the art. My cousin Damien's pretty good, I don't doubt it. But I'm the best there is. Don't be a stranger.
How'd you do? Then what are you doing here? It's the Baileys you should be questioning. I'm Damien. I'm a hunter by trade. My dad and my uncle taught me everything I know. I also help my mum out with her work while Dad's busy with his nightly duties. Goodbye.
Need something? Fire away. Who else would do it? If you have any evidence to the contrary, then fair enough. I'll put a sock in it. But I don't know anyone else with a motive. While I'm certainly not shy about making their involvement in the fire known, I think they're good people at heart. They're just stubborn. They know that land is ours. We moved into the area and claimed it weeks before they even arrived. And they think just because they helped build this place that we owed them. They received banquets of food in return. More than fair. This was the early days of Camelot, nearly 8 years ago. They could have starved without our generosity. I was preparing dinner for my family. I'll do a terrific venison stew. Here, have a can. The Baileys are the type to deny reality when it suits them. Of course we didn't burn down our own land. We're simple folk. We don't like trouble. Very well. I'm not sure. I'll be honest, what my brother did was regrettable. John and the boy weren't part of this feud, or at least they shouldn't have been. Being knights of Camelot, they live, or lived, at the castle. Seems they had a feud of their own after the fire, a microcosm of conflict. It's unfortunate it escalated. I almost lost my Mary last year, to illness. I can't imagine the pain Harold must be going through. Whatever he did, no one deserves that. Let's see. We might still...
Hey. Those Baileys couldn't stand to leave a nice woods be. They had to chop it all down for the sake of materialistic things like chairs. They didn't get their way, so they burnt it down. I'm Sarah. The rest of my family are hunters, but I know better. The animals feel pain just as we do. They act like I'm some kind of revolutionary. Later.
Hello, hello. Don't be a stranger.
Can I help you? Yeah? Good. I'm Ryan Bailey. Not much to say, really. I don't get up to much. Bye.
Hello there. Go on. They were nice enough at first. We even helped build that treehouse of theirs. but they quickly revealed their true colors. That land is rightfully ours. It's on our side of the walkway. Stopping our field at some arbitrary line is ridiculous. They have the entire woods to hunt in. Do you know how much additional manpower it takes to haul wood long distance? I used to think they were just stubborn. Now I know it's something more malicious. After what they did to my son, I'll never forgive them. No worries. I didn't lose my son. He was taken from me. That whoreson, John Fletcher, murdered him. He can call it a duel all he wants. Fletcher knew my son wouldn't refuse. Thomas would have done anything to defend our family. Worst of all, Fletcher knew he'd win. He's a trained killer since birth. It was murder. Murder hiding behind the notion of honor. John Fletcher is a bitter old man to rob my son of the rest of his life. Someone with a good sword hand should give him what for. I should try myself. I want to tear his guts out with my bare hands. But all I can do is swing this axe. And my sons already lost their brother. I'm Harold Bailey. We were a family of merchants before we came to Albion. We wanted to settle down here, so we picked up a trade. At first, we were just woodcutters, but soon enough we started building our own furniture, and then other people's furniture, and then houses and everything in between. We finally feel like we belong somewhere. I hope the rest of London will see what's happening here and accept Camelot as the way forward. Wood, tools, and other bits. Furniture is made to order, though.
Greetings. I saw two people out there that night, shortly before the fire. Didn't get a good look at them, though. My eyes aren't what they once were. I'm Frank Bailey, Harold's old man. My working days are behind me, so I mainly handle logistics. Keeps my noggin busy. See ya.
Sorry, can't talk right now. Sorry, can't talk right now.
Can I help you? Bye.
What's up? I see. Be careful out there. The Baileys are loose cannons. I'm a seamstress. Have been all my life. I make gambesons and the like for the Camelot army. Take care.
Need something? Wouldn't say we need help, but if you ever fancy picking up a spear, I'd pay you well for any game you bring us. Later.
Hey. Later.
Need help? Hello, sir. Name's Timothy, or Timmy for short. Saw the fire with me own eyes, I did. Thought the old forest was a goner till it started chucking down. Could be I can help with your investigation. Always fancied a career in sleuthing. I watched you snooping round like a prat, that's why. Well, since I don't fancy digging round in the mud for clues, I can do you one better. I saw a bloke light the fire that night. I didn't see his mug. I was watching from the lumberyard, but he was suited up like a Camelot knight. He ran off to the old shack over there. I didn't follow him or nothing. I'm not supposed to go out on my own. So, did I crack the case or what? Not really. It was dark until the fire properly got going. By then, he'd run off to the shack. You know, checking the trees. It's a family business. A witness who just solved your case. Be more grateful. No worries. I'm always glad to lend a hand to those in need.
How'd you do? Then what are you doing here? Goodbye.
Need something? What? Let me see that. Well, this certainly isn't my handwriting. Looks like it were written by a child. And why would I address my brother by his full name? And most importantly of all, why would I have him burn down my own land? To get one over on them? That's ridiculous. Us Fletchers don't act in pettiness. Tricked by the Baileys, no doubt. I trust you to see the truth of this letter and dismiss it in your inquiries. Later.
Did you investigate the shop? My unearthly intuition tells it's a sure bet. Did you investigate the shop? My unearthly intuition tells it's a sure bet.
Can I help you? He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade. Oh shit. It's not what it looks like. At least, it didn't happen the way you think. Please, just let me explain. It was an accident. Me and Timmy were sneaking off to the tavern that night. We wanted to surprise Thomas. One of those bleeding radstags came out of nowhere and rammed right into my leg. I didn't even notice I dropped the lantern. We ran off, and Timothy went to get me some bandages. By the time he came back, the fire started. No. I think my mum suspects, but she doesn't know. My dad wouldn't believe it even if he saw it. I don't know. I told him not to. We knew this fire would be bad for the family, me especially. I guess he wanted to protect me. Probably afraid of losing another brother. Please, tell Arthur the whole truth. Make him understand.
Hello there. How dare you? How dare you accuse my son? Whatever led you to that insulting conclusion is wrong. I won't hear another word of it. Hello there. See you around.
Greetings. See ya.
Did you investigate the shop? My unearthly
kiss me.
How goes the investigation? Go on. As I unfortunately suspected. The evidence? I was so sure this was about the land. I didn't think Harold and Edward could both be wrong. What exactly happened? Those poor boys. The guilt they must be feeling over their brother. Terrible. I'll have a talk with them. Consider the matter dealt with. I know Edward Fletcher. He's not one to demand sanctions over the mistakes of two boys. And Harold? Well, I'll talk with him too. I asked for the truth and you gave it to me. Now I must act on it. I shall be glad to settle this dispute amicably. Thank you. You've done well, and proven yourself worthy of Camelot. From this day forth, this land is your land. You shall defend it as your own. I bestow upon you the rank of sergeant. May you serve it well. Now, I had questions if we ever cross paths. Questions about our new head of the civil service, Smythe. Guinevere, our agent in Westminster, has been looking into them for years, but they remain elusive. Who are they? I see. That's some alarming intel. How did you come by it? Rough. I imagine that trail led you to Westminster. But who let you in? Few have the privilege to come and go. Curious. I assume that meeting never happened, judging by your prompt incarceration. After you escaped, Tristan and Iseult met you at the tournament. It seems you were more than just an observer. They said you were there to prevent an assassination. Why exactly? But you turned him down. Honourable, considering what Smythe did to you. A shame you couldn't prevent it. That tragedy gave them more power. I'd wager Mr. X was more fond of Smythe than he let on. But that's in the past. No point dwelling on it. I expect this Smythe character will take a role in things to come. We must be ready to face all the gentry can throw at us. They're with Smythe now. That gets me onto your next assignment. I want to strike a blow against the Tommies, but I don't want to take military action. At least not yet. Percival is looking into something that you can help with. Speak to him. Good luck, Sergeant.
Look where you're going. Oi! Watch it. You have eyes. Use them.
Be more careful, there's a war on.
Ever vigilant.
Ah, there you are. Arthur told me of your arrival. I'd stand up to greet you, but I'm too busy with my work, as you can see. I am Percival, head of communications for Camelot. This is my personal office. Quite beautiful, no? Help, yes. Any assistance is much appreciated. You see, one of my duties is to keep in contact with all of the fractured factions in this great nation of ours. Partly to offer assistance, and partly to stop them from getting any bright ideas about assisting the other side. I've been in conversation with a strange tribe based in Brickton, and they are not happy with how these devious Tommies have been treating them. I, for one, can't stand to see oppression, especially when the oppressed have agreed to oust the Tommies in favor of Camelot protection. They don't like anything made after 1922, for one. They believe the Great War was a sign from the spirits. I believe any man, woman or child should be free to live life as they desire, even if that means wiping their asses with sticks and stones. I can see now why you caught Arthur's keen eye. I want you to go to Brickton and find Roach, the tribe's leader. He is a strange man, but you must treat him with utmost respect. He has a plan on how to push the Tommies away, help him return to me, and then perhaps you'll find yourself within Camelot's highest ranks. Good luck, servant of Camelot.
wish we would stay like this forever.
I humbly welcome you back to the land of Brickton. I had a feeling our fates would align once again. Mother Earth told me so. But I do wish our paths crossed once more under a kinder moon, for this one is littered with cunning and secrecy. Now, me and my fellow tribesmen have come up with 3 simple tasks that will agitate the Tommies and push them out of our land without the need for violence. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumours about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Doyle. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon Camelot will have an ally in Brickton. Watch your step.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies. Private Kerr, sir! Oh, sorry. Thought you were Lieutenant Doyle for a moment. How can I help you? Really? What is it? What? That can't be true. He promised to stay with us until the Brixton mission was done. Then again, he's always spoken poorly about our performance. And his disdain for Brixton is hard to miss. Thank you for sharing, but I need to tell my mates about this.
Lord save our gracious Queen.
Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. Has the great work begun? Take all the time. Your job is to lower the morale. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, and finally, fulfill these three. Watch your step.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. We are not invested in Arthur's dream of a united London, writhing under his benevolent thumb. We simply wish to be left alone. And unfortunately, the only one willing to grant us that wish was Arthur. Fear makes companions of us all. The Tommies think they're here to civilize us. But tell me, what worth is there in an ideology I'd take dying from? Like you, I come from the canyon. But I know that's not what you want to know. The truth is, I wanted a clean start. So I erased my memory through a mix of hallucinogenics, and I'd do it again, if I remembered the recipe. Watch your step.
Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
Mind the gap and all that.
We won't go quietly, you can count on that.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
God's sake, can I help you? Stop running around like a cock.
Run like hell, and you'll be there.
Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever. The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. Has the great work begun? I've seen the fruits of your labour. Tommy's whispering rumours in between hurried trips to the loo and feeble attempts to fix their machines. For our next step, we're going after Major Sneed, a man who craves the city's crippling comforts, which is my way of saying that whenever he's here, he's always on the edge of giving up. Soon he'll be arriving in Brickton for his annual checkup, an affair he dreads with every passing winter. Through your handiwork, we're going to give him the little push he needs. First, you will spread anti-Sneed graffiti around his beloved outpost. Then, you will set fire to a pile of precious cow manure and create a foul smell over Brickton. And, finally, you will spread rumours about our dear Major. Farewell. Good luck.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our...
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. Has the great work begun? I've seen the fruits of your labour. Grower next. Soon he'll be at first. Then, and... farewell.
Oh, how I wish we could stay like this forever.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
You're back! I told all of my mates at the barracks about you. We knew there was something strange about Doyle. Well, go on then. Tell me. Liquidated? Laziness? I've heard enough. That man wouldn't know what effort looks like if it hit him in the face. Thank you for telling me the truth. Now it's my turn to go and share it.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. How goes your labours? Yes, the fruits of your labour fill the air. Be it the sweets, Laura. What's wrong?
It's Sneed. He's arrived at the gate and he's most unhappy.
Is that so? Wayfarer, go with Laura. See what you can learn and what we can use.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
A disappointment. That's what you all are. A total, humongous, brutal disappointment to Queen and country!
Yes, sir. My apologies, sir.
I assigned you here to civilize these savages and to teach them the ways of our society, and what do I find? One of you geniuses mixed in laxatives with your rations, and now the toilets are filled to the brim with dung! Your generators have been sabotaged under your very eyes, and now the entire outpost is without electricity. I've heard disrespectful soldiers whispering nasty words about your great Lieutenant Doyle. Some ruffian has plastered uncivil words about me upon the outpost's walls. Soldiers have been asking me about baseless rumors, the origin of which puzzles and annoys me. The entire outpost smells like cow shite no matter where you bloody are. And if that wasn't enough, now my precious wagon, filled with all of my necessities, is stuck on the path to this godforsaken place. That is why all of you are now on cleanup duty, and if I hear one word about it, I swear I'll send this entire outpost to the pits. Dismissed.
Sir. Yes, sir. You heard your superior officer. Move it! Move it! Move it!
You should tell Roach about this. I'll keep watch.
I've seen this wagon before. Needs mythical wagon is filled to the brim with trinkets and gadgetry and the sort of oddities this is a golden opportunity indeed need to survive. Now if Sneed were to find out that all of his extravagances were stolen, he might shut down the outpost for good. Wayfarer, how would you like to play Robin Hood? Because I need to take this letter and this hat. It identifies you as the Brickton Shadow. a notorious yet fictional highwayman, certain to strike fear into Sneed's heart. I'll leave the... Go forth, Shadow.
Now, look alive, Goose. We can't have anyone rifling through the Major's belongings. Halt! State your business is off limits, prepare to face the cold steel of justice. The what? Blimey, you are a loony. Goose, let's put this dunce out of their misery. Open fire on the traitor. State
This
your
area
business
is
or
off limits,
prepare to face
civilian.
the cold steel of justice. Goose! Person with the quippy remarks there. 5 rounds, rapid. You've made the biggest mistake of your life. Solid. Never fall, Britannia. Halt! State
This
your
area
business
is
or
off limits,
prepare to face
civilian.
the cold steel of justice. The Major told us about you lot. Think you can just throw your wads around and get us to kowtow, eh? Not us. Not me and Goose. We're proper soldiers. Trained. Distinguished. Very, very expensive. 1,000 tickets and we'll look the other way. No questions asked. What? Do you think we're stupid? Open fire on the traitor! Spotted. I did my duty.
the devil are you? And why are you not marching up and down this outpost like I told you all to do? Brixton what? Give me that. My God, I knew it. These people are barbarians. Well, if they'd rather live in the filth and grime, so be it. I won't waste my time civilizing them no more. Lieutenant Doyle, come here at once.
Yes, sir.
You'd have to be insane to
I've
take
had
on the
enough
dummies.
of this place. By the power invested in me, I am officially ordering the full and total abandonment of the godforsaken town of Brixton.
Thank God, sir. I'll be happy to never see this place ever again in my life.
You and me, Doyle. You and me. May these people rot in the rat-infested hell of their own creation. We'll leave that fellow Woodward here. He's basically native at this point anyway. Now, let's get the hell out of here.
Sir. Yes, sir.
The Tommies are finally gone.
I can think of no better reward for your work than my lucky finally over. Fashioned out a boat harvested from the canyoners, and it's all thanks to your best efforts. Not only as a charm, but a symbol, a representation of our enduring love for you, Wayfarer. Now go, and may the canyon watch you on your future endeavors.
Hail, Sergeant. If it isn't the Brixton Shadow.
That's what the folks back in Brixton are calling you. I heard the news over an encrypted radio frequency. Here, good pay for good work. Just don't let it get to your head. And we have hurry on back to Merlin. And tell him to send the...
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Hail, Sergeant. Farewell.
Look where you're going.
You have eyes? Use them.
Only one casualty. Excellent. Ah, poor phrasing. Tragic. Who was it?
Sergeant Brown, sir. Landmine.
A good man. An enthusiastic soldier. Was the outpost damaged in the attack?
Superficially, sir.
What's the combat readiness of the position?
Well, it's not an easy question to answer.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it, my young scout? My questions are easier than the bullets and blades that follow them. Eh?
Gawain thinks there's quite a lot of work to be done.
Knight Gawain. Respect the rank, Scout. So you're telling me the outpost has been stripped? Was hoping it'd be equipped. We're stretched thin.
Sergeant Pilly disagrees, of course.
Sergeant Pilly? Who on earth is that? Scout, we are fighting for our lives here. I need an objective analysis of the battlefield. Stop covering your ass in some vain attempt to make me happy. Have a clear and succinct report on my desk in the hour. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
So, you're the one I have to thank for Brixton, hmm? Fine work you did. You must tell me about this shadow business one of these days. But for now, there are more pressing concerns. Your rank. Sergeant is no befitting title for one who takes out an outpost single-handedly. From this day forth, shall hold the rank of knight. May you honor it well in these coming endeavors. Hail, knight. Farewell.
Oi, be more careful. There's a
Hail,
wall.
knight. That's a broad question. I'm not one to... I was in the forces, commando unit. Later, I became... I can't help the ultimate... Farewell.
Ever vigilant.
London is the place for me.
Hail, knight. They've earned their position through valor. Farewell.